A link dropper. You got a link dropper, Ken?
No.
I'm looking. There he is.
Here just for you. Where's she coming from? Where is that link coming through? I can't
Yeah,
find
she's
him.
not on. I don't have my link linked up. I should have.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
can't
got it
find
right here.
you. I don't know.
She's coming through on Moto's link.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't find him in the chat.
Oh, you might like that person if you go to the thing. I think it's doable.
Yeah, but they're not coming in on under your YouTube.
There you go. We approving, or is that a?
Oh boy. Is that Sterling?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Sure looks like it.
What the hell is going on?
What?
What is happening?
I ain't seeing what you guys
This
are
channel.
seeing.
It is the Truth Channel.
Oh, you
4.
guys are on StreamYard too.
Let's
Oh,
see.
what is happening? What is it called? Here just for you.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Is that the name of it?
Guess I thought it was a second account or something, but we're all confused. But it's all
Yeah, I
right.
can't find
We've
it.
been confused before.
Yeah. And I don't know where he's coming in from because I can't find him in the link in the chat.
But this is one with Buck in. I think they were talking about some town that was built around these falls and the river, and it's really beautiful.
You know, it kind of looks like Spokane, Washington.
Yeah,
Yeah, this river, it goes right through Spokane.
look at that.
I guess now's a bad time to ask. Huh? Get you in the middle of the bridge and say, "Are you afraid of heights?" Shit, we're already here. Suck it up, Buttercup. Watch, she's about to look.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
I'm trying to keep him busted.
Yeah, we got about a 20-minute.
I love that title, Kingdom of Mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the. Good place to share video links. So that's what I'm gonna
She's
do.
basically the coffee crew mom.
Yeah.
We've all
Exactly.
got ties to her.
You got that right. You got that right. This is the Kingdom of Mom Sterling Wheel link that I will post. I don't need to tell you the rest of what to do with that link, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do. There we go. All right, that's out. Who's broadcasting? K.
Yeah, I can't. The only place I can find his comments are in StreamYard. There's none of his comments in the.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. There's
Where
none
you
of-
at? You still here? Here for you? Give us a shout. Let us know what you about. We here for you too. Here for you.
I'd like to know, is it a male or a female? Or it doesn't make any difference. It just, I can't tell. I have no way. I can't click on nothing. I don't have that power to be able to click on anybody's link.
Well, there's some weird stuff that's been going around with
Yeah. So
and
I
it's none of
want
my business to put it out there or say anything, but that's all I'm going to say. So might be him, might not be. Yeah, that's what I got too. I already looked it up. Anyway, don't give it any attention. Sorry, you are late. Go ahead. You can tell us right here in person. How sorry are you? You're not sorry, are you? We're just glad, happy to have you here. Happy. That's what I thought. Exactly.
what? What am I missing? Still
What?
trying to search for this person that I can't find.
I'm so confused.
You remember that stuff I had yesterday that I showed you? Sick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of that.
So do we have to block? I mean, I don't understand.
I don't know either. But we'll figure it out later. It's gone now, so go fast. Good morning.
I feel like I've entered into an episode of
Bring you up. I'm going to bring them up then. There you go.
There you go.
that.
There we
Howdy,
go.
howdy.
Good morning. Mid to Southern California, maybe. Am I close?
7 a.m.
Yeah. Did you wake up in the shop? Did you sleep in the shop last night?
No, I was hanging outside with the critters,
Well, outside.
feeding the foxes bananas and shit like that. This
Feeding the
morning there was
mosquitoes?
this morning there was a bunch of quail jumping all over me and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I only got a 3-hour nap. Just sleep through the sunrise and then show up here. I didn't get a notification though. I just opened the phone to scroll and seen this was on, and I was like, sweet.
You got a link for that. That's why it's reoccurring. When I send out links in the morning, sometimes I got a section that I know usually will show up, and I do that just for a reminder. It's not for a link, but some people lose their link or they don't keep it.
Hey, here's a quick question for the crowd, even though I just jumped in here.
You're fine.
A Cometic gasket, they now own like Klotz Oil and all that. And they own a couple other things too. Could be chatting on the phone with them later today, like one of these chats.
Yeah.
And it gonna be chatting with like the lead engineers and the folks that come up with what the oil is supposed to be as an end result and how they get there on the way and how they get it to people, and same folks that also build the machines that stamp out the gaskets and the folks that try to come up with a better gasket that obviously doesn't leak or is easier for install. They're looking for pointers and thumbs up and thumbs down, and I figured, well, if I'm bringing that to the table as far as just me and what I've seen and different folks that I've encountered, I should probably take an average poll the couple days or week before and go, hey, other people have to throw gaskets on things too. It's not just F1 car builders and engines that turn 25,000 RPM and stuff like that. So how about just ask around, and if anybody goes, yeah, gaskets, they work good when they seal stuff. That's about all I've gotten for a poll from it.
Yeah.
Gaskets are great until they're not.
Until they're not.
Yeah. Or until you have to remove one from,
So you have to
an iron surface that it won't come off. It's like
That
crystallized on there. It's like a new rock. Chisel, and you scratch the hell out of your surface. I know there's better ways to do it, but that's, me as a rookie. I'd be gouging in there trying to get it off. Yeah, well,
Moto, I don't know where we're at in the comments at all.
Yeah, at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Use the star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't dusted this off yet.
Oh,
I've been wrenching on other bikes from the same stash. So I haven't
what is that?
I haven't dusted it off yet. It'll still wipe very, very clean
Yeah, leave
from
the
here.
magic on there. That belongs
I'll
there.
put the magic on it.
That's right.
I did a test wipe yesterday or last night to make sure that that'll shine right back up. But it
Oh,
will.
Out.
The dust tells on its age and
Yeah,
how
they,
active it's been. That's like gray hair for a motorcycle.
Adds count.
Look at
Little
those
model
bars, man.
Design Alpina.
I've seen the repackaging of gas. I wonder how the black market affects Cometic. Interesting pipe on that Go Fast. Did Go Fast just poof out? I think he did. There's Key Fob. You're back.
Fufafooey.
Did you take a siesta?
You don't feel too hot.
Nap? I know you ain't feeling good, man. I'll leave you. I'm sorry. But I think you're right on that. So
So, should I be under the impression that that's a Sterling channel or not a Sterling channel or an anti-Sterling channel? Because I was about to block them.
I think it's a Sterling channel.
Okay, I thought so.
yeah, I
Why
think you'd be.
That's why.
Here's how I'm looking at it. I think he'd be kind enough to let us know after the events that have happened in the past.
Yes.
He'd let us know that was him. I haven't got to let us know,
I
hey,
haven't
that's me, you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So to
So
me,
let's
it's an imposter.
Let's time them out. Or
There you go.
I can't locate
Yeah,
him.
because and not saying nothing in their defense and whatever, and I don't want to give them no more attention in the stream here than we have already. Tell you the truth, but other than what you said, Sick.
Well, I mean, they're unidentifiable in the other chats, so I'm gonna block them.
Yeah, but that's a lie, Robert. That's what an imposter would do. If it was the real thing and it was a legit thing, we'd have known about it.
Yeah.
So,
Goodbye.
thank you, Sick. Kinky Chic.
I nuked it.
Yeah.
Not even a timeout. Nothing. Nuked. Gone forever. Implosion at 25 miles down. Oh, I don't think we go that far down. We go
If you do, you'll definitely implode.
Mac, how far is the deepest far in the ocean?
Around 7 mile, I think.
Oh, yeah. So it's not even close to 25 mile. 7
That
miles.
bike was a private collection bike from the pipe maker Bassani. I'm catching that word a lot now. The Bassani pipe maker.
I think that's the company that made Bugs Pike.
Yeah.
Bassani and Battistini, different companies. Just a question.
Why is it? Because it sounds similar. Like it depends on the way you're pronouncing it. Is that what you're trying to ask?
That's what I'm asking. Is it
the
same company or a different company? I believe they're a different company. I think Bassani is an exhaust or a helmet. I don't know.
I had that Baratini or whatever you just said there. Well, like I had that on my Heavy Betty. That's a 2-in-1 exhaust. One I had.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a nice little, hopefully, outro here soon. If you all get a chance to hang out and watch it, we're gonna try something a little different with the little outro thing, other than what I normally have. Was that me going through following a guy lane splitting down the freeway? I think the traffic was stopped. That was why I watched a guy do that yesterday on my way home. I'm on my Harley. It's hot as hell out yesterday. 90s. It was like up to 97, so almost 100 degrees.
Yeah, tell me
And
about it.
I'm sitting there in the traffic, putzing along, burning up my clutch, throwing dollars out on the road behind. That's how I get sarcastic about it.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
I
hey,
hate
Mo-
that I have to do that. I can't keep moving and rolling. But
Yeah, Moto,
no-
see if you can bring up that picture I sent you while we're thinking about it.
yeah.
To test the procedure.
Please, thank you. And
The one of the shows the trees and it look like fog, and I'll explain
okay,
it.
yeah. So, and I see a guy in a street light glide come up behind me, and of course he got a street glide's rather wide bike, and
Yeah.
let's see, Sterling. Yeah, okay, it should be in the old Mac folder, and there it is. Yes. Oh, Mac, this worked. You're a genius. I knew you'd get that figured out.
Oh, let me explain to you that picture. My son, I was talking to him,
Yeah.
and my son says, "Have you ever seen 90% humidity?" I said, "It's right now, currently 94% humidity right now. You see the sun right over there, right?" I went out there and took
Oh,
a
yeah.
picture. I took a picture of
Right there.
that's the humidity you see. That's what the camera picked it up.
And
That's
and
what's in the air. That's not smoke. That ain't fog.
no,
The temperature
it's a
was
cloud.
the temperature was in the 90s and the humidity was in the 90s.
Yeah. It's moisture sitting in the air.
This is right, and the lens picked it up.
Yeah.
I don't think it looked that dramatic by the eyeball, but the camera could see that and see you can see the aurora around the sun there.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I mean, it just
And
shows
as
you
the
how
sun
intense-
gets higher, it will burn up some of that stuff. Sometimes it will anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it was a good visualization of what what humidity looks like.
And there are the kids. They're the kids.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Both of them's got their eyes open.
Yeah.
They hear that camera.
Bowl's full. Life is good. What do you got there? You yeah, Bob. That always brings a smile to Bob's face, that's for sure. Kids and pups and dogs and
So I met a
animals.
guy yesterday in the parking lot at Walmart, and he comes over to me, and I get the opportunity. Everybody that comes to me, I always give them Mac money.
Yeah.
And so he was telling me about his adventures of riding. And he said, "By the way, where are you from?" And I said, "Cullman County." He said, "I am too." He said, "What part of Cullman?" And I told him the name of a town. He said, "I live there too." He said, "What road you on?" I said, "I'm on 7." He said, "Oh my God, I'm on 35. We're neighbors. He's only 3 miles from me." And we've been here for 28 years and didn't even know he was there. And come to find out, we are distantly related.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm related to everybody in Alabama. It's a genetic thing.
Yeah, I know.
Remember,
If
we all
they're
married one another, our cousins,
little too
aunts,
close
and
for
our
comfort.
mothers.
a little too close for
Our family tree is a straight line.
Hey,
That's the reason I got them blue eyes. Everybody,
you got too many teeth to be from there.
you can.
Way too many.
They say people with blue eyes, you can track their lineage back down to one human being.
Yeah.
I got blue eyes.
Blue. Oh,
Well, you're the one.
I am,
You're the
aren't
one.
I?
I am the one.
Sick. No, hang on. We got to get this right.
Here it comes. I know it. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Sick. I am your father.
Hey, Luke, I am your father too.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
How do you do? Come here,
Yeah.
kitty.
Oh, he's got the natural voice. I had to use electronics.
You did it good.
Well, hey, this is Wolfman Jack
So-
coming at you live off the back of Saddleback in a Cadillac, listening to Kojak on an A-track.
You can you can
Oh,
ask
man.
Go
He could
Fast
be a
Al
A
about the
J.
difference between the two pipe pronouncings, or if they're two different companies, or whatever that you were talking about. See if Go Fast knows.
Yeah, they're different companies, bro.
They are.
Yeah, they have to be.
What are they?
I don't know.
Battistini and Bassani.
Yeah, two different ones.
Oh,
Two
what else?
entirely different ones. Gerald
Yeah.
Bassani started making two-stroke pipes in his
Oh, there it
garage,
is.
his folks' garage, back in about
Charlie
1964.
Bassani.
And by 1969, he had a full business license and all.
Oh, excuse
My
me.
understanding is, he had a little dirty bike and he went and got an aftermarket pipe for it, and they drummed it up in the ad to where, he thought it was going to be something special. And he put it on and tuned around on it, and it didn't work as good as he thought it would. He thought, I'm doing metal shop in school and all. Maybe I'd make one of these. And he
Hell
did.
yeah.
He thought it would be super cool because it was his little ship in a bottle project. And he goes, well, it doesn't work as good as I thought it would, the one I made. Well, now I need to learn more about these and start working on them. And he became one of the handful of masters that really knows what a two-stroke pipe is and what it does.
Yeah. You got to know so much to be
Now
able
they
to
make
pick up
Harley
something like
exhausts and
that.
stuff and do quite a good job of it.
I mean, I wonder if he had any like collaboration. You'd have to make a great pipe. You would think you'd need some
An
collaboration
expansion
from other
chamber only.
people.
He knew all the
An
different guys. He was local with all the different dudes. I mean,
Sure.
FMF's over here, Flying Machine Factory, DG.
Yep.
Mitch Payton, Pro Circuit, was out there ringing out Husky 125s on Saddleback at the same time, the Saddleback Wars.
Yeah.
He got into it just about the time all those British manufacturers were, not making the greatest sales on their T120s and all that. Their Bonnevilles and Tigers and Triumphs that people would strip down for desert racing. And it's about the time the Spanish got into it, brought in some lighter, powerful two-stroke stuff.
Yeah.
The Montesas and the Boltecos and all that, which were
I-
more aimed at like trialsy, all that. But these
had
are a lot
I had a
easier for
Montesa.
trials.
I had a Montesa 250. I
Dakota?
bought it in Kansas. I bought it in Kansas, and it came with a cylinder and a piston. When you bought it in the kit, it came with a spare cylinder and a piston, and it had a perfectly engineered design expansion chamber with like a 6-inch stinger. Oh my God. And I used to run Blends oil on that thing, and the sound, the everything, the power band was just outstanding.
Wow.
I even had
You still have it?
No, it was 1970.
And was it a Cota, a Montesa Cota 247, 250?
It was a Montesa. What was that? 250 Lacrosse.
Man, that was nice.
Yeah.
And it was a really good machine. Then I loved it so much. I bought a Bataco, and that was a good machine. But then I went back and I got a Montesa 350 or 360. I think it was called the Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
I got that in San Antonio, Texas. That was an awesome machine, but it damn near killed me.
Huh.
So you had to run that in open class. When you're in the 250, but when you went up to that size, you had to run in open class. And I had people running all over me.
This is supposed to be a 350, but I believe it's a little bit bigger and trickier than that. Now, Mr. Bassani went and made his own pipe for this too, which the only other example I've seen is on Kaplan America, or however you call them, back on the East Coast, New England Motorcycle Museum. He has a production piece on an Alpina 350, 360 that it's a little bit smaller diameter all the way down, a little bit more
Nifty.
restrictive for public customer versus the one you make yourself to R&D it and test it. Little quicker for yourself. You're not going to break it, but you don't know how the customer's going to wring it out. But
Let me read a couple comments here real quick here. Hang on. Sick don't forget, Sick. I want some of your stickers too, Rob. I can't believe you guys haven't swapped any of those yet. And then Connie was talking about having green eyes. She said she was blue for 40 years and they turned green on you. That's interesting that your eyes change. I guess like hair. I guess it can happen, huh?
I think it's a little backup of bullshit. It causes the eyes to go from blue to green. You get a little bit of a backup on you.
A little bullshit in the eye. That's cool.
I'm
Other
sorry,
brown
Connie.
chicken.
I'm mean. I'm sorry.
It's the brown, more of a brown eye than green.
Yeah.
Huh?
If it goes from green to brown, it's full bullshit, man. I ain't kidding.
And Brown Chicken says, here's, if you haven't heard of one before, there's a 2013 BMW K 1600 GTL for sale in town for $2,500. Is that an older? Yeah, that's quite the,
Expansion chamber is beautiful.
yeah.
There's so much
it's cleaning up
engineering.
okay. I
I've seen them.
use a piece of denim and some oil, and I sit there and shine it like a shoe. This is about an hour and a half of elbow grease. It'll get a full 24 hours elapsed of elbow grease before it's done.
Yeah.
It was thick with rust and dirt and all that, but I've gotten it to the point where the steel's not going to act up overnight before I give it more elbow grease.
Works of art there, man.
Yeah, it's a
Works of art.
downpipe. Cradles right underneath the frame on a really custom, really cool, something called a Boyd and Stellings frame. They're akin to what the Rickman brothers were producing. And these folks came up with something real nifty. That was this, they made their frame out of chromoly taper back in the 60s, 70s to the point where it was about as light as you could get. But here's the head tube for this. It's an adjustable rake trail head tube that goes to this frame. So you can change your rake on the fly with 2 bolts. If not so, just loosening up one set screw. Boyd and Stellings. They also made an aluminum swing arm for this that knocks another 20 pounds off anything anybody else had for like $69.70. The whole thing with a Sachs or DKW 125 in it comes out to like 150 pounds. It's also got a real neat little aluminum tank that goes to it. Kind of looks like an OSA 250 or an OSA 125 Phantom. But it's different. And I haven't cleaned it up yet too much. Just got a little oxide off.
Aerodynamic.
It is super nifty for having a giant, 1.5 2 foot wide DKW radial starburst fin section on it. All the controls are aluminum, like the brake levers, all floating brake, and custom little cast mounts for the pegs and stuff. It's tricky.
So
But that downpipe goes to that.
let me break in the combo again for just a sec. That you were spot on about that, Sick. So I think we all were, and about that earlier timed out and all that. So should be reported as bullying as well, or whatever if you can, because I just got a hold of our friend and asked.
Well, that's what I couldn't find. I couldn't find how they came in or anything, so I couldn't go to them in the
I
chat.
found them.
I just permanently banned and blocked them.
Yeah, it's the smallest little bit of drama in here today. Sorry, you guys, but it's just, you got to protect your friends when you get craziness going out there. And that's all we're doing. We're just trying to figure it out, make sure everything's cool. But that's just how it goes, man.
What did we have? An interloper or something that came in?
Well,
An
No, I'll
infiltrator.
send you a message on the Mac.
yeah, I didn't want to put too much of the personal information out there about what was going on and stuff,
okay.
but I can let you know definitely, Olmac, and after
I'm
the
typing
show.
up the email now.
Stay after the show for a few minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, can
You
we
should know, so
can we
you're
still
aware.
chat on here after the show part ends for a couple minutes if people
Oh,
stay
yeah.
behind? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
if you
cool.
want, yeah, we're here.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'll do the outro at about 10:45, and then we can clear up anything. That's good.
It's just a panel that can
The frame, all
walk with
gold.
us
Huh?
after we
That's
go fast.
that's can spray, probably, huh?
I don't think so. I think that's almost
No?
the color of the metal. I think
Really?
it's made out of titanium or something.
Wow.
This is
Oh,
Got a
I
white
asked
light
Jeff.
coming in?
I asked Jeff Wardy, and Jam and Jimmy Weinert guys, and a couple other guy, Mike Bachman, I think's his name. several guys said, well, that's above my pay grade, but I'm happy to help however I can, and I'll try and put the word around, but we don't know. So this is some sort of a twin shock Kawasaki big bore factory ride.
Kawasaki.
Because I mean, this thing was welded up by Tagaguchi Yamaguchi and his 4-year-old tiny-handed child until that child became a man, because this thing is like put together with a magnifying glass.
Wow.
And it weighs nothing. The frame weighs like 2 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the top triple tree weighs more than the whole frame.
You flipping like Angel Face does, huh, Brown Chicken? I think a few people do that. No, it wasn't. Robert, it was not. Grumpy old man, late checking in, been detailing the car inside and out. Brutally hot. It's like it was yesterday. And of all times, I rode the Harley. I was so happy that Sick figured out what was wrong with it, and I wasn't going to have problems riding my Harley Davidson as well, because my R1's already kind of on the blink. So I'm all happy going to work, and it was the most horriblest commute. I must have had a big backup just to get off the freeway yesterday, which it gets a little bit long sometimes, but very rare. Yesterday was, geez,
titanium,
over a mile long, and it was like 90s, and I'm just inching, and I'm like, I know my Harley was hot as hell. I shut it off one time, but by the time you do that, people move again.
Yeah.
So it's really a pickle.
Hey, maybe pull a quart of oil out of that thing and add a new quart, because you might have burned off some of those hot, in case of emergency, parts of the oil.
What would you do in a situation like that when you're 10, 15 minutes and you're idling in some 90-degree weather, inching along, and we got construction and some stuff off to the right side that I could actually pull over? And would you just shut it off for 10, 15 minutes and let it get a chance to cool and try and hop back on traffic, get on down the road? Or what would you do?
I'd split lanes.
Yeah.
There was no lane splitting well, maybe you could have, but I mean, it was all.
So your question, your multiple choice is shut it off or stay in the game. That's a mixed bag. One of the easier ways to get an engine to warm up is run it for 30 seconds to a minute, then shut it off and go put your helmet and gloves on and let it sit there off if you're not trying to bug somebody for 3 minutes of warm up. That way all the metal starts equalizing all those temperatures as it sits there.
Out from be happy.
So shutting it off almost kind of dissipates some existing heat that was where it was supposed to be and puts it into the shutdown mode of the design of all those air-cooled stationary fins.
I was going to say to go fast. If that frame is titanium, it would have to be coated with something, because titanium does not like to be touched at all. The oils in the human skin.
You're correct about that. So I don't know if it was bathed in some sort of a light treatment. I know it's not rattle can. I don't know if it was bathed in some sort of a light treatment oil when it was hot. Dipped, yeah. I don't know if that's like the look of the acid after it was dipped. I don't know, because it didn't attack any of the welds, but all the tubes are like tapered and filleted in, and like it's all puzzle piece hand joinery stuff.
That's beautiful.
I mean, it's way better than late 60s, even in 80s weld jobs that you find. And there's no markings on any of it. Not on the engine, not on the frame, not on anything. It comes with 2 swing arms. None of it has any markings. I think one washer has something that says 0.4 or something, and that's because it only weighs just under a half a gram.
Yeah, I kind of get that, Robert.
It also has floating disc brakes, but we're pretty sure it's like 1974, and it's, I think, about a 400 single 2-stroke.
When did disc brakes even start coming out on motorcycles?
The 80s.
Yeah. So there
Right
you go.
into 79, 80 for some of them if they had real cool stuff, and maybe into like early 80s for everybody else, or even if you were a pro rider.
Well, I bet that
This
was
is
a
like
big.
early development, real oddity, and no clue what it does. You know, it could be totally unmanageable once it is assembled, and it
Exactly.
had to get pulled apart to try and find a way to make it better.
That frame keeps me up at night, Rob says, Carrie.
Well, it's
Or
keeping
Bob
other guys
Virginia.
that raced for Kawasaki back then up at night. They're like, we never got to touch anything like that. That's way cooler. Why didn't they give us any of those?
Man, I have zero information on that from you from the P Brain Brown Chicken. He wants to know, should he buy a Road King or a Honda CBR this winter when the prices are dirt cheap?
A road.
It depends what you want to work on.
Yeah.
What do you want to play around with, and what kind of playing around do you want to do with it? Do you just want to be going in and buttoning up a Japanese four banger, or do you want to go in and do the standard trickster stuff we do to our Harleys?
Go with the Road King, man.
Yeah,
Save your life.
I
Of course.
mean, Mr. Gregory's Road King is so comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got the windshield
Yeah.
option, you know, you got
But
the
if it's to
windshield.
flip or to do whatever, who knows? Just given a random personal choice. Like, Sick, what were you saying? Sorry, man.
Well, you could still.
It's got a windshield, it's got bags, you can take it camping, you can put a backrest
Yeah.
on it, you can have a passenger, you can have a solo seat, whatever.
It's a pretty good all
You're
around.
also more likely to take the Road King for a winter cruise on a good day than you would be
Yeah,
a little gat
that's
bike
what I was
on a
thinking
winter
too.
cruise. Because I mean, prices are cheap. You're wrenching around on it. You're going to want to test it.
Yeah, and you
Looks
got
like
a
it
lot
was
of cold weather by you.
Dipped or coated, Carrie says that frame. Looked like it was dipped or coated.
Yeah.
Go fast.
You know, my analogy on this Harley versus the Honda, which one? I'm thinking the Harley, because the sound of a big V twin makes women weak in their knees, and the sound of a Harley sounds like a vacuum
did,
cleaner.
yeah.
And they go, hell, I don't want to know work. I worked all my life. I want to ride on something that it vibrates and scares me.
Yeah. Tickles the sphincter.
Yeah.
A VTX is mighty cheaper than a Road King. You could get 2 or 3 VTXs for what you spend on a Road King. Well, VTX 800 or 1800, excuse me.
Particularly
Ladies
nice
don't know the
weather,
difference.
particularly nice weather, tickle your ass with a feather.
Hey, the Declaration of Independence was written with one, right?
It has to be dusted somehow. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We got this little outro thing I was talking about, and I'm just going to put us in a little different format. Now, I think we'll be visible through this outro. You can let us know in the chats. I mean, I know I can see when I do it, but I don't know if you guys can see because I made the intro like a square format. And then I put us out on the side so we can say goodbye, see you later. But listen to the message as well, because Key Fob did something special for me. I just want to put it out there. And yeah, let's just see. I'll quit rattling my mouth off here. Let's see if I can get this figured out. Give me 1 second. We're going to say goodbye. Outro is that. So yeah, I'm going to hit end show. We all good? Anybody need to say anything last minute?
Bye.
All right. Well, we got that through the
Forgotten Angels is led up by Cindy and David, but what they do is they take the young men and women who have been aged up and out of the foster care system. Now, Key Fob, what do you mean by up in the foster care system? Well, the foster care system stops taking care of you once you reach the age of 18. That's what I mean by up, as in you grew up in the foster care system and out of. As in 18, you are no longer a part of it. You are out of it. You are now a legal adult. This
There, it
should
does
be a
work.
time for celebration.
Listen to Fob
you
now.
are a foster child that has been aged up and out of the system on your 18th birthday, because on your 18th birthday, your foster parents come to you and they hand you all of your belongings
Get the road glide.
inside of a trash bag, and they tell you to hit the streets, get out on the road, Get out
Thank
of my
you,
house. You are no
Bob.
longer my problem. Now, this shouldn't be anything new from you because you are in a foster farming situation. You've seen other kids age up and out of this household already. You know the deal. You know what's up. You know you are leaving this house never to come back. And on your 18th birthday, you are homeless. Homeless and hopeless because your foster parents didn't take care of you. They didn't give you the tools and techniques you need to survive life.
You can find a link to Forgotten Angels in the description. Find out more about them or donate. Also, you can find a link to Keith Bob's homepage on his YouTube channel, and same with mine. Go out and be of service. All right. Ending in 20 seconds. We still got 18, 20
15.
seconds. I don't know why why it went like that. Like there should be more stuff here, but I'll have to fix that. But what did you think of the outro? You guys in the chats, we got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.